I've actually been waiting for this. We've got some molehills here, and we're not going to make mountains out of them. So this is my technique for killing moles. I have to do it periodically because my neighbors apparently have moles and they don't get rid of theirs, so eventually they come back into our yard. But this is so simple. It is, what would you call it? It's non-toxic, unless you consider CO2 a toxin, which I don't. And it's effective. It works for about 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks or so at a time. And you didn't see this before, but this whole yard down through here and all the way down over that hill there, we had mounds. And since I did this, every once in a while we'll get a few that come back. I did loan this to my neighbor, so he took care of some at some point. But anyway, so what this is a 5-pound tank of CO2. It's a industrial grade. It's not for food. This is a regulator set to about 15 psi. It's got a little valve here. This is what you use to set it. Make sure that I've got this in the viewfinder. Anyway, so this is the what you set the pressure to. This is Tygon tubing or whatever it is, vinyl tubing. 3/8 I think it is, and it just slip fits onto here. It's a ring clamp, and then at the end of this thing, nothing big, but this is just an addition. It doesn't have to do this, but this is a riser tube, one of those flexible riser tubes. I think they call it Goofy Pipe, but this is Rainbird version. It's for sprinklers. I drilled holes in it here so that if I jam this against the floor of the tunnel, gas will still escape through the holes. And this actually just happens to slip in there pretty well. I probably should put a little bead of RTV in there to keep it from leaking. So the process is pretty straightforward. You just find yourself the hole, and it's right there. Ooh, boy, that really goes down. Well, this happens to be a place where I dug and laid some pipe, so they happened to find it somehow. See, that's a nice hole there. And this here, yeah, I'll probably use this one because I can feel the bottom here. You just open it up a little bit here. Okay, get your bigger. Yeah, you don't want to really push the dirt down. You want to just be able to insert this without disturbing any dirt, and then you just take your loose dirt and put it around there. At some point I'll probably get some soapy water and spray it around there to make sure that it's not leaking out, but not for this demo here. So I'm going to cover these. Okay, then you take your tank. It's set to 15 psi. This is off right now. Open it up. Oops. Something's leaking there. Not good. Okay, we're going to have to come back and look at this, revisit this. Okay, so I tightened it up. We'll see if it's any better. Yeah, no noise. Haha. Anyway, so we've got, 800 psi there on the tank side. Let's see. There we go. And this is about 15 to 20 pounds per square inch. And it's in the hole there. And so we open it up and let it go for 3 minutes. That's it, 3 minutes. Alexa, Set a timer for 3 minutes.
3 minutes, starting now.
I can hear it emptying out there. I'm not sure why this works so well as opposed to the other gases I put down there. Well, actually just one other gas. I put down propane, had a propane tank, and rammed it down there. That didn't seem to faze them at all. And I think the reason for that, but what was nice about that is I used one of those weed blowers, so it was just not the propane, but it was propane mixed with air. You'd pull the trigger, it was a piezoelectric trigger, boom, you could see the tunnels blow up. Not high, but anyway, you could actually feel it in the ground. But that didn't do it for some reason, and I think the reason why is that the propane, they can smell it. And I think that what happens when they smell it, they block who knows, but conjecture here, they block the tunnel with dirt or whatever. Whereas CO2, they can't smell. So they just kind of go to sleep. And plus, you save the planet because you're not using any toxic chemicals. And I don't give a whip about global warming, In fact, I think it's pretty cool. It's really warm around here now. There we go. So then all we do is pull this full thing up. And you can see, I don't know, maybe you can't see, this is frosted on the inside, actually on the outside here. It's frost from the decompression of the gas. And then you take some extra dirt and just doop, doop, doop. Now I don't expect I'll see any more mounds here for another 3 to 4 weeks. And again, this is small compared to what we have been getting. And it's easy. I do it in church clothes, with gloves of course, but that's it. And plus you don't, if this was in your garden, in fact I did this in the garden, I wouldn't have to worry about toxifying the plants or whatever.